I slept uneasily that night, fearing that I should be robbed. But I might have spared myself the pain, for my host was no robber, only miserably poor and a great cheat. He was not alone in his poverty, for the next morning we must go 5 miles about to the house of what he called a rich man to have one of my guineas changed. Hello. It's nice and peaceful here, although there are the occasional cars, but I have to get used to that because I'm closing in on society, I guess, and coming out of the wilds. I had a revelation today about the actual specific mapping of the trail. I'd found the house in the hollow, and yesterday I found the lone house. I've got some ideas about the bit in between that came across me as I was climbing the hill yesterday, and I'll share those with you on a map when I get a moment. But more importantly, in today's section, we're meant to go to the house of a rich man, 5 miles from the lone house. Now, traditionally, I think people have thought that David would continue to walk straight up towards the ferry. But I've realised that, in fact, if you walk 5 miles the other way round the log that we've been looking at today, you come to rather a grand house anyway. It looks like that way on the map. And it kind of makes sense that this con man might take David off in the wrong direction. And indeed, tomorrow when you go back past the lone house, there's a clear path up and away into the hills where we'll meet a blind man that looks very promising. So if I can get that all mapped out and proper, I really will have a realistic route of where David Balfour went across Mall, with all the proper landmarks. It almost makes me feel like I am walking past the landmarks that Stevenson himself may have had in his head. So that's very exciting to me. So probably my next post will be more about maps and less about me, which I'm sure you'll be delighted with. One farewell thing is I did promise, however, to read Marcella's poem out. I emailed it to myself on my iPhone, so I just need to find it for you, and then I will read it out in this beautiful landscape. Oh yes. As from the house your mother sees you playing round the garden trees, so you may see, if you will look through the windows of this book, another child far, far away, and in another garden play. But do not think you can at all by knocking on the window call that child to hear you. He, intent, is all on his play business bent. He does not hear, he will not look, nor yet be lured out of this book.